Today on VOX, we'll have information on helpful people and more. Ethan Scoggins will have your local weather, and Gunnar Taylor will have your sports.
It's Monday, October 19th, 2020, and you're watching VOX News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Jay Standridge.
And I'm Kendra Taylor.
Holly Cordier, who is 38 years old, went missing October 6th in Zion National Park for nearly 2 weeks. The National Park Service found her on Sunday after receiving a tip from the visitor who said they saw Cordier roaming around. She's since then been reunited with her family, who shared their joy with us, saying, quote, "We would like to thank the Rangers who search teams who relentlessly looked for her and day and night and never gave up hope. We are also so grateful to the countless volunteers who are generous with their time, resources, and support."
Zach Kokenzie was working in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru in Columbus, Georgia, when he heard some commotion down the line. He rushed to help and found a father and another customer trying to free a child caught choking in the back seat of an SUV. The seatbelt was wrapped around the child's throat. Kokenzie and another employee, Zachary Bullock, got a pair of scissors and cut through the seatbelt to save the child.
Julia Cook was teaching her first graders remotely at Edgewood Elementary School in Muskegon Heights late last month when a student began experiencing technical difficulties. When Cook called his grandmother of the student about the issue, she noticed that Cynthia Phillips was having a stroke. She quickly alerted the school administrators who called 911, and while she remains in the hospitalized, she's expected to survive.
A 12-year-old boy with dreams of becoming a paleontologist got a kickstart on his career goals this summer when he stumbled upon the bones of a 69-million-year-old dinosaur. Nathan Harushkin and his dad, Dean, were hiking on a conservation area in Canada's Horseshoe Canyon in July when they came across some exposed bones. This time, however, his discovery was more than a fragment, and after sending photos to the Royal Tyrrell Museum for confirmation, Nathan soon learned that he'd come across the bones of a young hadrosaur, or duck-billed dinosaur.
Lance Schulters faced a dilemma when his decade as NFL player was ending. Schulters knew he wanted to continue in the game, possibly at coaching. He was told to basically start from scratch, sort of like a proven chef being told to work at the grill at McDonald's. Then Schulters was introduced to the Bill Walsh Diversity Coaching Fellowship, now is in his 4th decade of providing opportunities for minorities. The fellowship program objective is to use NFL's clubs training camps, off-season workout camps, and mini camps to give coaches opportunities to observe, participate, gain experience, and ultimately get a full-time job in an NFL coaching position. All 32 NFL clubs participate each year.
John Blade, Fairview mayor, put in his resignation on Tuesday after being accused of stealing from a Spring Hill store a month ago. A store loss prevention officer claims that Blade used a self-checkout but walked out with $281 worth of stolen items. A majority of these items were household things like tweezers and skin products. He turned himself in along with his resignation.
Here's Ethan Scoggins with your weather.
We had a lot of sunshine this morning, and I'll tell you how long that lasts right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. Oh, you could save a lot. Oh, you could save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at our weather at a glance. As you can see today, we're going to have a little bit of clouds this morning with a high of 76 and a low of 51. We have 7-mile-per-hour winds moving in from the east, and we have a humidity index of 90%. Now let's take a look at our weekly weather forecast. So tomorrow, these clouds should be going away with a lot of sunshine with a high of 89 and a low of 74. Those clouds come rolling back in, but we still got a lot of sun with a high of 81 and a low of 57. Those clouds are sticking around for a little bit longer with a high of 81 and a low of 59. And on Friday, those clouds are going to be doing something because we're going to have a little bit of light showers with a high of 78 and a low of 59. On Saturday, those light showers are going to turn into a thunderstorm with a high of 74 and a low of 56. And on Sunday, hopefully those storms stop, but those clouds are going to stick around for a little while with a high of 76 and a low of 54. Now let's take a look at our local radar. See, those storms that we're having, they haven't reached us yet, but we still don't know what could happen. So now let's take a look at our national radar. Here comes the storms moving up across the East Coast. They're still breezing on by. They should hit around the New York area, but we still don't know based on where the wind is sending them. And we also have some storms brewing up near the Bahamas and down near the bottom of Florida. Now I'm going to send it to Gunnar Taylor with your sports.
The stage is set for the World Series. I'll have your scores and more right after this break.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the Braves and the Dodgers game. The Braves were up 3-1 in that game, but the lead wasn't big enough and put the Dodgers away. Los Angeles wins the series 4-3 to move on to the World Series. Now to the NFL. The Bears beat the Panthers 23-16. The Broncos beat the Patriots 18-12, and then the Buccaneers beat the Packers 38-10. Let's look at NCAA. Kentucky beat Tennessee 34-7. Clemson beat Georgia Tech 73-7. Georgia lost to Alabama 41-24. And North Texas beat MTSU 52-35. The Bradley Bears traveled to William Blount last Friday to face the Governors. The Bears took the win 38-28. That's all you have for me. Stay tuned for more right after this break.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool, ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. Dan Bootery went fishing, and among the fish he caught, there was one that just wasn't right. Dan shared a picture of a bass he had caught, but from the inside of the mouth, you can see a snake. He says, quote, "I thought it was cool, but wondered how I would explain to an ER doc that I got bit by a snake from putting my fingers in a fish's mouth," end quote. He reminds people to be careful when reaching into a fish's mouth.
A Virginia woman has now been charged after she fed a bear while in Gatlinburg during a vacation. 21-year-old Kristen Haley Ferris hand-fed watermelon, chocolate, and other items to a black bear. The woman faces a Class B misdemeanor, including a $500 fine and up to 6 months in jail. Regulations against feeding bears have been in place since 2000.
The White House has reported that Governor Bill Lee must implement a statewide mask mandate to control the spread in our state. Bill Lee's response is that he won't do that. He claims that one-size-fits-all mandates are ineffective and won't do much help. He does encourage people to social distance and wear masks, but refuses to mandate anything.
The Nashville Zoo is adding a new giraffe to their giraffe exhibit. The entire hoof stock and half-dozen people were at the zoo before dawn to greet the giraffe after a 2,000-mile journey. The Maasai giraffe, named Tazama, was born and raised in the San Diego Zoo in California. Tazama is currently 3 years old.
The Clement Railroad Hotel Museum in downtown Dixon is hosting a scavenger hunt starting on October 25th. Bring your own team and money to purchase tickets for your 1-hour scavenger hunt. The hunt will take you up and down Main Street, and the tickets are $8 for adults, $6 for children, seniors, and military, and $40 for a group. The times are 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. for Tuesday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. for Saturday.
Briceville Paranormal Adventure is happening on October 23rd through the 24th. Briceville has a rich historic past from mine explosions that killed multiple people in the early 1900s and in the 1800s with the Coal Creek War. That makes it perfect for paranormal activity. Visit www.hauntedexcursions.com.
We are online at YouTube at BCHS Vox News.
You can check us out on Facebook, WTNB, and of course at voxnews.net.
Tell your friends and family to watch each day.
You just can't get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for you today, Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.